You're welcome. This is Woman Without Limits. We told you we are continuing from where we stopped. If you didn't watch it last week, ensure that you go back, okay? Bishop Kariuki, the story. So you became a born-again, strong Christian. And then tell us now, how did you let's get to the meeting of your wife. Did you meet your wife before you started church? How did you get into deliverance? Let's start from there.
What happened,
Yeah.
once I got saved, that was 1973, T.L. Osborne
Yeah.
came to Kisumu, and he had a crusade there, and he had a conference for 5,000 preachers and their wives after the crusade. So we went for the crusade. I was not married, and I was not a preacher.
Yeah.
But I was in the Christian Union.
Right.
But somehow we made our way to the conference.
Right.
So for 5 days, we sat under T.L. Osborne and his wife Daisy, and laid a real foundation,
Right.
a foundation for souls. His theme was, why should anyone hear the gospel twice when there is someone else who has not heard it once? Why do you want to sit warming the church pews and there are people who are perishing? So that's what was implanted in me.
Right.
Then from the crusade, we decided, let's go to Narok. Went to Narok to preach to the Maasais. And that's a story maybe for a different day.
Right.
But we went there.
And started preaching to them.
Started preaching to the Maasais. Nobody got born again, but we preached anyway.
Yeah.
When we went back to college, we started having open air meetings, Saturday evening and Sunday afternoon.
Right.
Instead of just sitting there doing nothing.
So you really took his word seriously.
So we would go to the different centers around that area and preach the gospel.
Yeah.
Then from there, after college, I was posted in Mombasa.
So you were still a young man.
I was a young man.
Yeah.
I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
I was still in my 20s.
Yeah.
I went to Mombasa, actually early 20s. And on my way to Mombasa, we went for a convention in Shimolatewa.
Right.
Then the following year, that's when I was posted there. So I had met Evans Murima, and even in that meeting he was there, and had gone to Kariuki severally, and I had met him.
Yeah.
So when I was posted in Mombasa, I boarded a coast bus at Motito one day. Everybody would alight and take a cup of tea. So that's where we met with Evans Murima. We were in the same bus going to Mombasa.
Right.
Then that's when I told him I have been posted in Mombasa. So he invited me to church, and he told me where the church was.
Yeah.
Deliverance Church.
Right.
So I went there, and he gave me an opportunity to greet the people, and I did. And then he said, this afternoon at 4, we have an open air meeting.
Yeah.
Where is it going to be? Makande. You know who is going to preach? Kariuki.
He said that?
Yes.
Had you preached before?
I was preaching in
the
open
crusades.
air meetings in college.
So you are now...
But this was my first Sunday in the church in Mombasa.
Yeah.
So we went to Makande and I preached. All of us, the whole lot of us were unmarried. All of us. So we...
Including him, Murima?
Including him.
Oh.
All of the whole church. There was only one lady who was married, and her husband was not born again. And they were a very young couple. So the whole lot of us were just young people.
Yeah.
So, and that gave us freedom because we could go anywhere, anytime, and preach for a long time. So that's how I got now engraved in the church, and we continued. After then, one day, Bishop George became now our pastor in Mombasa. Bishop George Gichana.
Oh, George Gichana.
Yes, and I was a teacher. Now I'm already teaching there. He has come to Mombasa. He's our pastor.
Right.
And the service is going on, and he says, we have some 2 sisters who have come from Nairobi to join the government secretarial college for an upgrading course for 1 year.
Yeah.
We want them to come and greet us.
Yeah.
So the 2 sisters went there. One was called, anyway, two of them, I still remember their names.
Yes.
One was Joyce.
Yeah.
The other one was called Kanya.
Yeah.
So Joyce took the knee. Joyce took the mic to greet the people. The moment she said, praise the Lord, I felt within me, what? And I'm sitting there, and I'm wondering, what is going on?
What is that now?
So I realized, oh, God, forgive me. So I started repenting for feeling what? in church after worship. That was
Because you felt now
treason.
you are in the flesh.
Yes.
Hey,
So now
that was treason.
that was treason. So I repented. Oh, God forgive me.
Yeah.
God forgive me.
Yeah. Why
God,
would
and
I
it was
feel
just a wha.
that?
Just a wha. Just a, nothing more. Just a wha.
Yeah.
After the service, somebody invited the two girls
Yeah.
for lunch in their house.
Yeah.
And normally we would go as a group.
Yeah.
So we went as a group to this brother's house.
Right.
Because the sisters will cook and then we eat the ugali. It was
Yes.
easy.
Yeah.
So do I want to look at this girl after repenting in church?
After feeling wha, and then you don't want to look that direction.
I don't want to see her.
Yeah.
So I'm looking different direction, different direction. And then we finished. They went back to the secretarial college. Then they did not have a Christian union. So they told the pastor, we would like to have a Christian union. So who does the pastor pick on? He picks on me. Let's go to the secretarial college to start a Christian union. So we went there, and I kind of ended up being like the pastor of the secretarial college. We had another brother who was like the pastor of the Coast General Hospital.
Right.
And another one there was a girls' school.
Yeah.
So we had
Divided into different places.
So when every Saturday they had a fellowship, who do they invite? It's me. Who is leading? This girl. That girl I felt
is leading for you to preach.
is the one who is leading the Christian Union for me to preach. But since I repented and I'm forgiven, there was nothing.
You don't want any flesh ideas.
Or even thinking it was not there. So we continue with the Christian Union.
Yeah.
And somebody comes from Nigeria, a preacher, and was sent to Mombasa and stayed with us, I think, for 3 months. He was an elderly man. He was not an elderly, but he was more senior than we were.
Right. Then
he comes and tells us, brothers, pray for your wife. Sisters, pray for your husband. So that when the time comes, you will know this is the person. And there will be no monkey business.
Yes.
So you've got to start praying early. So we all started praying.
Yeah.
So that God would reveal to us
who it is.
And the age was ripe.
Yeah.
So after some time, I started thinking, maybe I can talk to this girl. You see now, because we are meeting every Saturday, at times they will come to my house and cook and as a group. Yeah. Because what they are not getting at the college, they would get in my house. They would come and cook chapatis and all that. So I decided, okay, I started praying for her. But we also had a program for a few of us, the pastor, myself, and this other brother and someone else, at midnight. We would sit down until midnight. Then that day I visited the pastor. I said, midnight has come. And I told him, it's time for open up. My aim was to go and open up to him that I'm interested in this girl, in that sister. So he said, okay, it's time for open up. Yeah. He said, open up. I told him, no, you open up first. So when I told him to open up first, he told me he's interested in Joyce. and that's what I had gone to tell him.
No.
So now what do I can't tell him.
What do you open up and say?
I can't tell him I am interested in her again because I don't want to compete with my pastor.
Wow.
So I told him, okay, tell me, what can I do for you to help you?
Yeah.
Would you, if you want me to do anything, I will do that.
Yeah.
So he said, no, I will tell you. So I didn't, that was all.
You left it
I
said,
left it there.
Okay, it's too
late. But I
late.
was decided, that is the end. I went back to my house and knelt down and I said, oh God, remove this girl completely out of my mind. Completely. Yeah. And God is faithful. He removed out of my mind.
Hey.
And I didn't think about her anymore. But once in a while, I would ask the pastor, so have you talked with her? Have you talked with her? No. Have you talked? No, I will talk. Eventually, he came and he told me, I will not.
I will not talk to her.
Yes.
Eh.
Now, later on, I came to realize this girl had also felt Hua, but not in church, before she came from Nairobi to Mombasa. When she was coming, someone the Sunday before, someone told, when you go to Mombasa, you greet Brother Kariuki.
Hey.
Greet Brother Kariuki. Tell him I sent you with his greetings. That's when she felt Hua.
When she was told.
Yes, that could be the man. So now she is praying that I don't suggest to her before she finishes her course. So me, I'm here.
Yeah.
Now the pastor is interested. He has told me he's no longer interested. Yeah. Now I want to tell her quickly.
Yes.
But she has
before
been
someone
praying.
else now again.
Yes, she has been praying that I shouldn't. We were three. After some time, we have a conference in Mombasa, and the people from Nairobi are coming. And what we used to do, we used to provide the accommodation.
Right.
So they come. She tells me we are coming, and we will be three. I think there were 3 or 4 girls. So, can you get us accommodation? I told them you can stay in my house. Then I will be staying in Kisauni. So then this brother in Kisauni, where who will be staying with me, is one of my close friends. He comes and tells me, you know what? I'm interested in Joyce. I'm interested in Joyce. Kija nitamwambia.
Hi.
So I said, okay. I told him, okay, tell me what you want me to do for you. Again. I will help you.
Wow.
I will help you. So we agree. As that first day when they come, before even the convention starts, he will tell her. So I wait for him in the house and wait. He's not coming. So I realize this brother may not come, and I may have a problem where to sleep. So I decided, let me go and take a bus to Changamwe.
Yeah.
So I took a bus to Changamwe to where we had other brothers there, and I slept there. He came after I had left. So we meet in the day. Nikuja nikaambiwa umetoka tu. I just came and I was told you had left.
Yeah.
So did you tell her? No. But I will tell her today. I will tell her today. That day, did you tell her? No. And he told me, I don't think I'm going to tell her. Then I didn't know that she also had seen he was interested. So when he is talking, she's binding. She's binding. He will not say anything. He will not say anything. You know, we were a spiritual lot.
For real.
We depended on God and depended on the Holy Spirit.
You never moved like anyhow.
There was no monkey business. We were serious. So the following day he tells me, nilijaribu nikashindwa. I tried, I couldn't make it.
She was binding.
Yeah, he didn't know she was binding, but she was.
Yeah.
So I told him, Sasa, so if I tell her, you will not say I overturned your government. He said, no. Yeah. I'm given up.
Yeah.
I'm given up. Now, they said once bitten, twice shy.
Right.
I was not going to give anybody else another opportunity.
Yes.
So we went to the convention, went for baptism in the ocean. Coming back this way, we are walking as a group. That's when I told her, you know what? I want to marry you.
You said it just like that?
Just like that. Not, I love you. No, these other, those things. I want to marry you. She looks what I was saying. I want to marry you. He says, okay, give me time to pray. I told her, no, you have prayed, and I have prayed. So what else are you going to pray? You just say, all you have to do is to say yes now. Before we got the hall, she had said yes. And decided we are going to meet her parents. That same
immediately.
August, we are going to meet her parents.
Yeah.
So you go and tell your parents we will come on this date. I talked to my brother. I told him I want to take you somewhere.
Wow.
So we went to her home. We were received, and
no wasting time.
No,
quickly we finished this
thing.
We have
prayed for a long time.
Yes.
We had prayed for a long. You know, that's one area we believers it means a lot. Because you have prayed and prayed and prayed, and you are saying, this is my answer, and you want God to confirm.
You're saying that, let me pray again.
Let me pray
and you've already
for God
prayed.
to confirm.
Yeah.
And then another brother will come and tell me he is interested.
Yeah.
Not me.
Not again.
Not again.
So she said yes.
She said yes.
And you got married after
That was in August,
Yeah.
and we agreed in April we'll get married.
Right.
But then I had seen a lot of people getting married when the girls are pregnant. And I did like that.
Yeah.
And I wanted my parents and my relatives to know I am born again.
Yeah.
And this born again
Yeah.
is a different one.
Right.
So
It's for real.
Yes. I went and talked to my parents, and I told them I have gotten somebody to marry. And they asked me, so when do you want the wedding to be? I knew I've got to give them at least 9 months
Yeah.
so that they can know she's not expectant.
Eh,
So I told them in December.
Yeah.
Next year in December,
Yeah.
that's when we'll get married.
Right.
You are going to take all that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no hurry.
Yeah.
Why don't you do it in April? We have no problem. Even in April we can do.
Yeah.
So we ended up doing the wedding in April.
Mm.
We did the wedding in April.
Right.
Then that's another story.
Wow, Bishop. So in April you got married.
In April we got married. 29th of April 1978.
Wow.
That's when we got married. We had our wedding here in Nairobi.
Yeah.
And then went back to Mombasa to live in Mombasa.
Oh, you lived in Mombasa?
Yeah, we lived in Mombasa for.
Wow.
We went to Mombasa. We were there for 1 year.
Yeah.
Then after 1 year, we went back. Now in our days, again.
Yeah.
In our days, what we had been taught was, when you get married in church, what we want to see 9 months and 20 minutes later is a baby.
9 months and 20 minutes.
And we had a brother in church here who used to come. Brother, is this your wife?
Yeah.
Yes. Are you married?
Yeah.
Yes. When did you get married? And he would start say, okay. And he would start counting backwards.
To see
Whether 9 months and,
and 20 minutes
are over.
Wow.
But for us,
Yeah.
again, we stayed first month, nothing.
Yeah.
Second month, nothing.
Right.
Third month, nothing.
Hey.
For me, I was okay, but
Yeah.
my wife started getting concerned. Because when she was in school,
Yeah.
they had checked on her blood type. And she had been told it is one of those negatives, I don't know which one.
Right.
And the girls had told her she will never get a baby because of her blood type. So she had that in mind.
Yeah.
So, and the third month is over. So and that she had not told me that.
Right.
So we said, okay, what we do is we just pray.
Yeah.
So we started praying. We would pray, and then during the lunch hour, we would meet.
Right.
And go to any church, including the Catholic Cathedral. Any church building that was open.
To pray.
To pray. In those days, there were no lunch hour meetings.
Right.
So we looked for any open building. We would go there. She would go to her corner. I go to my corner. We kneel down and pray and ask God for a baby.
Yeah.
4th month, nothing. 5th month, nothing. The 6th month is when she conceived.
In the 6th, and to you that was a while.
6 months. That was a long while.
Right.
That was a long while.
Wow.
But anyway, she conceived, and we go. When she was pregnant, I think a few months before, maybe 2 or 3 months, I got a transfer as I was a teacher.
Right.
And we moved to Nakuru.
No wonder you teach the Bible so well. No wonder you're such a good teacher of the word. So you were actually a teacher in a school.
I was trained to be a teacher. I was trained as a teacher. So for me, my life is teaching.
Right.
And I want my kids to understand what I am teaching.
Right.
I want my audience to understand. Because once you understand, you cannot miss it.
Right.
So for me, teaching John 3:16 for 2 months is not a problem.
You will teach it until it enters.
Until it enters. I taught on something on confession.
Right.
The Greek word is homologio.
I was just about to tell you that. That's now me when I encountered you with the homologio.
Oh, yes.
Hey, my
I
goodness.
taught on homologio.
Yes.
Until
For a long time.
A long time.
Yeah.
Everybody started talking about homologio.
Yes.
Some of them could not say homologio. They said holomogio. They said it's a homologio.
Yes.
And until we bought a truck They named it Homologio. We bought a Nissan.
Yeah.
They named it Homologio.
Right.
We bought another truck. They said it Homologio number 2.
Right.
Everything was
homologio. I remember that.
That was to change the confession of the people. Because you see, lots of people are negative. We love negativity. We want to speak negative. This is not possible. It can't be done. It has never been done. For me, I understood homologio means speaking the same thing at the same time, at the same place, together with God. In other words, it's me saying what God is saying.
Yeah.
And because God is not a man,
Yeah.
and he cannot lie, what he says, if I say it, it becomes
That's
true.
it.
It's final.
It happens.
Yes.
Wow.
So that's the
awesome.
kind of life that I have lived.
Yeah, completely.
Yes.
Because I remember homologio as if it was yesterday.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They even formed a song, homologio with the Father, homologio with him.
Wow.
And it just went on.
Yeah.
So that teaching has helped me a lot, because I also teach what I live. I don't teach abstract. I teach reality. If it has worked in my life, there is no reason it should not work in anybody else's life who will dare believe it, or who will be bold enough
to believe
and to speak it out.
Right.
And I also realize that faith is demonstrated by word and action. Word and or action. That's a demonstration of faith. So we went to Nakuru. Now,
so you moved now from Mombasa. You were taken to Nakuru.
Yes,
as a teacher.
As a teacher, I went to Nakuru as a teacher.
Meanwhile, is your wife doing anything?
She was a secretary.
Okay.
She was a secretary, working with the government.
Right.
So we moved. She was working with what they called then VOK, Voice of Kenya.
Yes.
It's now KBC.
Right.
So she went to Nakuru and started working there, and then we got our firstborn, and when we went to Nakuru, we tried starting Deliverance Church, but it was not possible, or it was not the time. So we joined ourselves with the Assemblies of God. And
in Nakuru.
And I told the pastor, we come from Deliverance Church, but since there is no Deliverance Church, we'll be coming here. Then whoever was introducing me to the pastor told the pastor I was a good interpreter. But I didn't want to get involved in leadership issues.
Right.
So I said I want to have some rest.
Some time.
Yes, because I had also been disappointed. Back in Mombasa as a leader. That's a story for another day. So I said, I don't want to do anything with the leadership. I will go sit in a church, hide at the back, worship God, and then go.
Right.
Now, this brother introduced me as an interpreter.
Right.
And the pastor said, oh, welcome so much.
Yeah.
But the pastor was preaching in Swahili, so he did not need an interpreter. Then he asked me, so are you going to be around? Are you going to be this coming Sunday? Are you going to be around?
Yeah.
In the afternoon, I'd like you to take our Sunday evening service. And I had said I don't want. I don't want.
Right.
I told him quickly, no. After the service, I will be traveling, so I will not be able to come.
Right.
What about the other one? Even the other one after the service, I will not be able to come, but you will come. Yes. So what we do, you take the main service. So I'm saying, oh man.
You're trying to avoid. You're trying to run away from meat.
Yeah,
and
I'm not expecting that he would surrender
the morning service.
To a stranger.
Right.
So I said, okay, because I don't want to let this brother who was introducing to him was a provincial head in the local. It was a provincial local government officer.
Right.
So he had some ranks. I don't want to let him down. So I said, okay. So I preached that Sunday.
Yeah.
And when I preached, I think 8 people gave their 8 or 15, I don't remember the number now, gave their lives to Jesus.
Right.
The pastor was so happy.
Wow.
And then I went because I had told him I would not be there in the afternoon. From then on, I was right in the middle.
He would give you the services to preach.
I preached. I became like the assistant pastor.
Wow.
I became his right hand man. There is nothing he would do without us discussing. And the church started growing.
Yeah.
The church started growing and it grew. We were like, when I got there, I think we were doing about 50. Well, if we had 50 people come,
Right.
now that was a big crowd.
big congregation.
He was very happy.
Yeah.
Now the church grew until by the time I was leaving, we were like 370 on a Sunday morning.
Wow.
So when God spoke to me to now go full time,
Yeah.
that was a challenge, because I knew
Because that's with the life, the one your church in now,
in Nakuru. Yes.
So when God spoke to you, you were still there.
I was still in the Assemblies of God, and I knew, okay, so how do I knew there were people who would split, and I knew the scriptures say you will harvest what you sow. So I knew if I split this church,
You are done.
I will be growing up to 370.
You split.
We split.
Always.
We go to 70, we
Yeah.
split.
Yeah.
So I was determined.
Yeah.
I will not split.
Right.
Then I was also now wondering, how is the pastor going to take it? How will the pastor take it? Someone told him that I was leaving. He went to Tanzania.
Yeah.
For a holiday.
Right.
And he left me and a missionary in charge of the church.
Yeah.
If I was to split, I had the opportunity.
That was the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the missionary did not speak any Swahili.
Yeah.
He just spoke English.
Right.
And I would lead the service. I would do the Sunday school for adults, lead the service, interpret for the missionary, and take the evening service. So all I needed to do was tell the people, Jumapili ijayo, tutakutana mahali fulani.
Yeah.
But I knew if I do that,
You're
that's
finished.
what I will harvest.
Yeah.
So I determined I will wait until the pastor comes. So when the pastor came and someone told him that someone who I had talked to, because he was a member of Deliverance Church, told the pastor, I want to split the church. So the pastor came to my house. He called me at about 9:30.
Yeah.
And asked me, Umelala, are you asleep? I said, no. Let me come. I'm coming. So he came to my house, and Mama Junior had gone to sleep.
Yeah.
So we started talking, and he was telling me, please don't split. I said, who said I was going to split?
Yeah.
So I gave the pastor the whole story, step by step. And
did you say why you didn't even want to go into leadership in the beginning?
I told him everything. And I told him, I know if I split, I will have planted a split.
Yeah.
And we'll be growing to that point, and then we split. So I would, my desire, I didn't even tell him my desire, but my prayer was that he would allow me to stand in front of the people on Sunday and tell them why I am going.
Yeah.
Because if he doesn't do that, there are people who will follow me.
Yes.
And think we are fighting.
Yeah.
So he told me, if that is the case, then you have to tell that to the elders, the leadership.
Yeah.
So I said, no problem. So he called the leadership, and I gave them my story. When the missionary heard that I was leaving and I was going to start Deliverance Church, the man was furious. Furious. He was an elderly man, an American.
Yeah.
And I saw his skin turn, was it purple or pink or both, and red, all of them together. He looked at me and he said, the wrath of God will be upon you. But I also knew the power of words.
Yeah.
And if I don't counter these words, they will affect me.
Right.
So I looked at him and I told him, no, it will not.
Yeah.
He said again, the wrath of God will be upon you. I said, no, it will not.
Yeah.
3 times.
Yeah.
Then the pastor intervened.
Yeah.
And he said, you know, Brother Mark, when you see Mzee talk like this, it's not that he hates you because he loves you. Apparently, he had organized, he had wanted me to go to East African School of Theology, and he had gotten a scholarship for me. And he was ready to pay my fare from Nakuru to Nairobi every weekend, so that I can be there. Now this I've turned away. But my reason was, if I go to the East African School of Theology, I will go there for 3 or 4 years. And the procedure will be, I go and start a church somewhere. Yeah. That means I will be 4 years, branch of, 4 years older, 4 years lazier, and 4 years
later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I said, no, I would just go, I would just start. So we agreed.
Yeah.
After that, he calmed down and he said, okay. So the pastor told me on Sunday, you will tell the congregation what you have told us. I said, sure enough. So I called my friend, Bishop Masinde. Bishop Masinde was my best man in 1970.
Your wedding in that 1978.
He was my best man. So I called him and I told him, Bwana, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I want you to come so you can be a witness
Yeah.
that I did not split the church. So he came on Sunday. And he being a Luya and the pastor was a Luya, I knew they would have some Luya communication.
Yeah.
They would have some Luya communication.
Yeah.
So he came. And the pastor gave me the opportunity, and I explained to the people, God has called me. It is not you who has been called.
Yeah.
It is me. So the one going is me and my wife and my 3 kids. So the rest of you, this is your
So at
church.
that time you had 3 kids already?
Yes, we already had 3.
So you said it's only you living, and you told the church, you guys don't follow me?
I told them.
Wow.
And sure enough, nobody followed us. There was only one lady who had gotten born again a month before, and she was working with my wife.
Yeah.
And she didn't know anybody in church,
Okay.
other than my wife.
Right.
So she told my wife, now, if you leave me here and I don't know anybody, then how are you going to leave me? I'll go with you.
Yeah.
So she came. And we started off. That's why one of the reasons why you don't find splits in Deliverance Church, because we didn't plant a split. We started right from the ground.
Right.
Started praying in my house and the church.
So the church began in your house?
In my house, with some 6 young men.
Right.
These young men used to go to Deliverance Church conventions. So when Trimising had, we agreed with, I was going to start with Bishop Trimising, he told me, there are some young men from Nakuru, and they always come to the conventions.
Right.
They belong to Deliverance Church. I will tell them to come. So they came to my house, we prayed, and then we hired the old town hall and started off.
Wow. So Bishop Masinde and you have come a mighty long way.
Oh, we've come a long way.
You knew each other all those days?
All those years we have known one another.
Yeah.
All those.
And basically, like all of you, Bishop Kichana, it's like all of you.
We have been together for a long time.
For a long time.
For a long time.
And you are all thorough, serious in the Lord. And what's your relationship with Jokayo, you personally?
The incident in Kisi.
That was the incident, okay.
Yes, and then Joyce was singing in the choir.
Okay.
And Bishop Masinde was the choir master. So singing in the choir, she had to introduce me to her pastor, who was Jokayo.
Right.
And Jokayo was also the senior pastor, so he used to come to Mombasa.
Yeah.
To preach in the church in Mombasa, where we were. So that's
so he's basically the one who started Deliverance.
Yes, he's the one who started Deliverance.
Right.
Here in Nairobi.
Yeah.
Then he went to Mombasa, then Murang'a, then Kericho, and all that.
Yeah. So you started LCC. When did you start?
Nakuru.
LCC Nakuru, yeah.
Nakuru, we started 83.
Okay.
83 of October of 83. That's when we started.
Right. Okay. So from that time, as a young man, you started growing in the church in Nakuru, started growing, and it actually became the church, to go to.
Because God honors vision. He's the provider of the vision and the giver of the dreams. He will give you a vision and give you a dream. But it is upon you to be passionate and enthusiastic about your dream and what God has put in you. Because the moment you know this is what God wants me to do, then you know you have His backing, you have His support, and you have His supply. And that gives you the motivation to move on. That's what has always given me motivation. The moment I know God is involved in this, God never loses. He never loses.
Wow.
So I know God is involved in this.
Yeah.
I am headed.
You give it your everything.
Everything. That's what we did with my friend.
Yeah.
When Juanita was coming.
Yes.
There were all those oppositions.
Yeah.
All the opposition.
Yeah.
And I remember one meeting. We was sitting at the Grad Regency.
Yeah.
And he was seated. You were there. You also were there.
I was there.
He was seated
Yeah.
here. And I was asking the bishops to give some pledges. And they were saying, 2,000, 3,000. I whispered to him, if we go this way, we will not get the money we want. We are looking for 12 million.
Yeah.
I told him, if we go this way, we will not get anywhere.
Yeah.
So what you need to do, you pledge 500.
Yeah.
Alan, 500.
Yeah.
And I'll pledge 500.
Yeah.
Then we will change the trajectory. So Moridi made his pledge.
Yeah.
I paid my pledge.
Yeah.
He consulted and he made his pledge.
Yes.
then the thing turned. Those who were saying one said now started saying 20 and the like. But I knew
Right.
God is involved in this. So I was determined this thing will succeed.
And it did.
It did succeed.
It was such a success. So, Bishop, then your wife got ill. When did she get ill?
She got ill, I think, in the 1997, I think 97. Either 1997 or 96 there. We are at home and she tells me her father needed to go and see a doctor. So we agreed she would take the car, go to Kiambu, pick her father, bring him to Nairobi Hospital, take him back, and then come back to Nakuru.
Yeah.
Which she did. She took the father to the doctor, and the father was checked. Now she had said there was something that a hard thing on her breast, and it seemed to be getting bigger.
Right.
So she decided, why don't I ask the doctor? After the father had been seen and he's gone out, she said, Doctor, I have a question. And when the doctor examined, he told her, don't go back to Nakuru. You stay here. You've got to be. Don't go back. We need to start working on you immediately. And she said, no, I have my father here. I have to take him to Kiambu. You take him to Kiambu and then come back.
Right.
And she just couldn't do that. So she took the father and came to Nakuru. Yeah. And she told me, the doctor told me to go back tomorrow morning. Why? Because of that thing on my breast.
Yeah.
He thinks it's not very good. So I said, okay, we shall go. So the following day, we are 6:05, we are out of Nakuru. By 7, we are here. We see the doctor and we spend the day doing experiments and the checkups here. We are sent to this doctor, this doctor, this doctor, this doctor, this doctor. Eventually, at 4, we are taken to one who is now counseling us and telling us this is cancerous, this is what, all that. And I think that was the hardest day, real hard. So we've got to drive back to Nakuru because the doctor has told us what is there and what we need, she needs to be admitted. I'm driving, but I'm weeping, I'm crying. But I'm driving. For her, she's cool.
Yeah.
But me, I'm devastated. And by the time we got to Nakuru, I decided I will not go by that opinion. I would need a second opinion. So I told her we will look for a second opinion. So dropped her in the house. I went to the office. And I called some friends of mine in the US. And I told this friend, they have just come from the doctor, this is what we have been told, this, but I want a second opinion. I called one of them and that one told me, you go to the hospital immediately. I called another one and said, no, you do this, you come. You come, we come this way, we'll see if we can see a doctor. I talked to another one,
right,
and he said, "You come."
Yeah.
So the following day, that same evening, I called a travel agent. We want a ticket tomorrow. So we jumped in the plane the following day. We went all the way to Texas. We saw this, and the moment we landed, that same afternoon, we went to the doctor. And the doctor examined her and confirmed and said, this is the problem. I said, I'm not satisfied with that. We want another opinion.
Yeah.
Went to Nashville and found this friend of mine. The following day, we went to the hospital. Now, this one in Nashville had already talked to some doctors who accepted to treat her as a missionary. So she got admitted.
Yeah.
And they did some operations and started working on that. And now she has gone to go through chemo, and we had not intended to stay that long, so I had to leave her with my friend, come back and continue preaching. And then December, is it December or October? We had our anniversary, and if I do an anniversary without her, it is going to raise a lot of questions. So we had to organize for her to do the chemo, then come this way for the anniversary, finish the anniversary, and then go back. So we did all that. And then after some time she went through the stuff, and she was well. She came back, and life continued. And she used to go for clinics, checkups at the Nairobi hospital for some time.
Right.
Then after some time, I think it went to the liver. So the cells were found in the liver, and I took her to Mexico. I was told there's a hospital in Mexico, a place called Tijuana or something. We went there. We stayed there for 2 weeks. We stayed in that location for 2 weeks. She was given medication. We came back, nothing doing. Eventually 207. I think 207. That's when she went to be with the Lord, and that was quite a devastation. But God's grace was sufficient. We finished that, and I decided I'm not going to get married. Nothing to do with marriage. I will just continue with my life, because I couldn't imagine bringing in a wife and my kids are with me. Then they get mistreated or they don't understand one another. I would be torn. So I decided I'm not going to get married. So my boys who are in the U.S., one of them had come back, and he had said he doesn't want to stay in the U.S. So he came back. He was with me in the church. My daughter was here. She didn't want to go. The other one was there. So this time when the mother is not well, he decided to come. Then by the time he was coming, she had already passed on. So they came and we finished that. But we lived together in Kileleshwa.
Yeah.
And for 6 years I was alone.
And how was that for the family? Like the devastation. How did that go?
It was quite devastating because I for one never expected her to go, because I have many friends in the world, faith preachers, known preachers.
Yes.
Every one of them. I've written to every one of
Healing
them.
ones even.
And they were praying and praying. So I was expecting her to rise up and we just walk home, but it never happened. So when it never happened, they called me one afternoon and they told me to go to the hospital. And I'm wondering, why are they calling me to go to the hospital? I'm not a doctor. She's in the ICU.
Yeah.
So I started feeling there is something strange. When I got there, they told me, well, I'm sorry she couldn't make it and all that and all that. That was the most devastating.
Because all that time you never saw her going.
I never saw her going. Even when they tried to cancel us. Because I remember a doctor calling me and the kids, and they are talking. But it didn't click into me that they were trying to prepare us. Didn't click. She told me, you tell so-and-so to come. And she would tell so-and-so to come, and she wants to talk to them. It didn't click into me that she was trying to prepare them at all. Until I go there and she's gone. And it was so devastating. But then I realized now I've got to tell the children. So I called the ones who were here and I told them. But by the time they came, I had gone through the process, and I concluded, or I had seen, we are the people who tell people that there is a place we are going, and you cannot go in this body. So what has happened is that Joyce has gone where she has always wanted to be with her maker. So by the time I'm leaving the hospital, is already settled in my mind. And then somebody came to clear up, and we made sure the body is put in Lee and all that. So I'm driving. My driver is driving me home, and I said, "Oh, I've got to tell my bishops." So I wrote to them, and I told them, "Well, Joyce is no longer in the ICU. She's in the presence of the Lord." And that gave me some comfort, because I realized wherever we tell people that we are going is real. You see, you will never know until you get to that moment. That's when you know, oh, so this thing is
actually real.
It's real.
Yeah.
You will preach. You will talk to people, but until you get to that point, that's when somebody comes and tells you, "I understand." They understand nothing.
They understand nothing.
They understand nothing at all.
Nothing.
But when you have experienced it, then you know, okay,
it's
actually,
real.
this place where we tell people about is real.
And that's where they've gone.
That gave me courage, and I was able to give that to my kids, and they also captured that. Of course, everybody had to go through their battles,
their own process.
Yes, everybody went through their own process. But then the goodness is that we lived together. All of us. I was living in Kariuki then, and it was a big house.
Yeah.
So all of us lived together.
Right.
And then my son had come with a young kid.
Yeah.
Who was who entertained everybody. He was entertaining everybody.
Your grandchild.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there was a laughter all through. There was joy.
Yeah.
And the healing was faster than maybe it would have taken. But I was determined.
You are determined never to marry again.
No, I'm not going to get married.
Right.
I'm done with that. And I went to church. I told the people, now listen, I don't want to get married.
Yeah.
So don't pray for me to get married. Don't try any ideas.
Yeah.
Don't send me a text message.
Yes.
Don't send me an email. And
I'm done.
I am done. And I told them, my kids have my password for my phone and my email. So if you are sending something which you are comfortable for them to read.
Right.
But people, not everybody hears what you say. Everybody hears what they want to hear.
They are like, how can our bishop be cooking for himself now?
Yeah. Someone even wanted to come and cook. And I said, nobody, no woman will come into my kitchen.
Yeah.
And I was serious with that. So when I received the text message which I thought was funny, I gave it to the kids.
Yeah.
So many, you read this, you read
So
this.
you could just all laugh.
Yeah, and we just laugh. And they'll tell you think I'm not marketable, you read this.
Yeah.
You read this.
Yeah.
And so those were moments that we enjoyed. And then they saw I'm not sorrowful.
Yeah.
For them, their concern was me. Anybody touching our dad is in deep trouble.
Yeah.
So they became like my protection.
You.
They are protecting.
Yeah.
And we had good time. But the text messages were not few.
Yeah.
The emails were not few.
They kept coming.
They kept coming.
Hey.
Until I got to a point where I realized, well, I don't want to condemn anybody. Even if I've said this, I will not condemn anybody. So I convinced myself for anybody or any woman to feel attracted or to want to get married to me, it is not sin.
Yeah.
It is not sin.
Yeah.
It is the desire of her heart.
Yes.
So why should I condemn her?
Why do you want to condemn her? And
I will not condemn anybody.
Yes.
So when somebody comes,
Yeah.
and because they came,
Yeah.
they said, God has spoken to me that we are going to serve God together.
Yeah.
We are going to serve God with you. And somebody is so excited because they believe God has spoken to them.
Completely.
So they are excited about it.
Yeah.
I don't want to kill the excitement.
Yeah.
So I say, well, praise God. Give me your number. And I will write the number down.
Yeah.
And I'll tell her, you know, when God speaks,
Yeah.
he does not use public address system. He speaks to an individual.
Yes.
So he has spoken to you.
Yeah.
Now you go and pray.
Yeah.
And I pray so that he speaks to me. The moment he speaks to me, I will call. So you have given me your number.
Yeah.
I will call you.
Yeah.
So I wrote those numbers. Even preachers sent me numbers. Told me, where, pick a number. This is so called so and so. I know this one. This one is good.
He's a good person. Right.
Oh, have you gotten it? Yeah, I've written it down.
Yeah.
So when are you going to give to call? No, I said that's my prerogative. I will look for the right time
Opportune time.
to call. If I forget, then that's it.
Yeah.
So only one came back after 1 year and asked me, hasn't God spoken?
It's been too long.
and I told her, you know, I'm one man who fears God and I honor God. If God had spoken, I would have called you. So you gave me your number.
Yeah.
See, it is this number here.
I would have used it.
I would have called you.
Yeah.
So you go. If he speaks, I will call. Hi, my name is Bishop Mark Kariuki, your pastor and friend for a long time, and you are watching Woman Without Limit.
So all this time, Bishop, so 6 years later, you what changed?
6 years later, I am what I don't know what made me think now I can get married. I don't know whether it's the trials or not really trials, because there were not trials. I kept myself at distance, and I had protection. I had my kids. I made sure my kids are there.
Yeah.
Then I'm starting to think. I think now maybe I need a companion, somebody who can walk with me. See, those doors now start. You see, the moment it opens here,
Right,
those
right.
doors will start opening.
Yeah.
And now you've got to know which direction do I take. So there's this direction, there's this direction, this direction. And then you're also very sensitive because you want to look at, if you see anything that would trigger some problems,
Yeah.
you are the antennae.
And then who you are in society.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
everybody knows you. So,
I think one of the main things
Yeah.
was my position in the church.
yes.
Because I would think now, my position in the church,
Yeah.
if I marry a preacher,
Yeah.
what will that mean? What will that entail? Means every Sunday you go this direction and I go this direction.
Yeah.
And in the church, the father figure
Yeah.
is required and the mother
Right.
figure is required.
Right.
So how do I? So that kept on cutting off my limitations. So I said, no, I will just stay. Then one Sunday morning, I am actually preaching. It was close to the elections. I think that was during the Kibaki and Raila. Or I think about that time. And I had the message that I had was to encourage the people to pray. So I read from the book of Acts in, I think, chapter 1. In chapter 1, where Peter says, let's choose from amongst you one who has been with us from the beginning until the day he was taken up to be to replace Judas.
Yeah.
So when I read that, and I had told people I had brought even the pictures, and then I read since, because it was elections, I read Peter's prayer when they prayed, show us which one of these two
Right.
you have chosen. When I read that, I said, first of all, he says, one who has been with us from the beginning, from the days of John the Baptist until the day in which he was taken, then choose from this. So I had the picture of Raila, Ngilu, Kibaki, and all that, and I was telling the people, now your prayer is, Lord, you who knows the hearts of all men,
Right.
show us which one of this you have chosen. So I go home and I'm sitting in the house. The kids are on their way. I'm sitting there watching English football,
Right.
because that's what I could do on a Sunday
Yeah.
afternoon. And I started going through the sermon I preached. And I said, one who has been with us from the days of John the Baptist until the day in which he was taken up. And I said, could God be speaking to me? That I don't have to go out there looking for someone to marry. I need to look for one who has been with us. Now, what I didn't know is one who has been with us from Nakuru or
Yeah.
from Nairobi.
Right.
But I took Nairobi.
Yeah.
And I started wondering, who is that who has been with us from the first day? I remember there is a girl, she's the head usher.
Yeah.
And she wrote me an email message before we started.
Right.
Asking, is it true you are coming to Nairobi? And on the Saturday, when we were preparing the place for the first service,
Yeah.
she was there. And she became an usher that morning.
Eh?
So I thought,
From the beginning.
From the beginning. So I said, God could be speaking to me and showing me who.
Yeah.
So I knew that's now a done deal.
Right.
Now, how do you approach a member of your
And I heard
congregation
Dasha.
and tell them that you want to get married? You want to get married to them?
Hey.
I cannot take her to Art Cafe. I cannot take her to Java.
To Java.
Because the moment I'm seen there with a girl,
Bas.
it may hit the headlines.
That's it. Not me.
This is the
Will.
kind of life that Bishop Mark is living. So I couldn't take her out. I couldn't call her to my house alone. So I decided the best thing to do is I'll call Pastor Paul
Yeah.
from Nakuru.
Right.
You come. So I called him. Then I called JB, Bishop Masinde.
Hey.
And I told Bishop Masinde, take this number. this girl is called so and so.
Eh.
She sells insurance, and she is a member of the church.
Yeah.
Can you invite her to your house? Get all the information about her. Find out, has she ever been married? Does she have children? All those things. But don't let me not appear anywhere.
Yes.
You call her in the name of insurance. You want to buy some insurance. And he, being my best man,
Yes.
he and Pasha called her.
Right.
And she was so excited because they are buying insurance.
Yes.
And they would talk insurance, and they would pose a question, and she would answer.
Yeah.
Then they would go back to insurance.
Right.
she's because all she knows is insurance.
Yeah, right.
So they would pose a question. And in the meantime, I'm with Paul, and I'm telling Paul, this is what I have done.
Right.
And this is where the direction I'm taking. So we go, I think somewhere in Mlolongo or someplace, the two of us, we were, I think, looking at something that way. And Bishop Masidi calls me.
Yeah.
He says, we called her yesterday, and we talked. You know what? She's good. Huyo ni mzuri. She's good.
I can imagine Bishop JB. I can hear him. Huyo ni mzuri.
So you call her. You can call her. Say, okay. So I tell Paul, well, that's Bishop Masidi saying she's good. Say, let's call her now. Let's call her. And I said, no, you don't do that.
So now you're talking about now Paul
from Nakuru.
The one from Nakuru.
Yes. So he had come so that we are together.
You see how to do this thing. Yeah.
So, and I had sent Bishop Masindi. Now we are with Paul, and he's the one who's saying, call her now, call her now. And so by the time we got home, I have called her. And I told her, I have Pastor Paul here. Because you see, I had to get a reason to call her to my house. Because I don't want to feel I'm calling her alone in my house.
Right.
And you don't know what conclusions she may come up with. I have Pastor Paul here. And I think he's interested in insurance.
Yeah.
Can you come and talk to him?
Yeah.
Insurance is good.
Right.
It helped me.
It opened the door.
It opened the door. So she comes and finds us there.
Yeah.
And this is Pastor Paul, and she starts talking to him about insurance.
Yeah.
She's very passionate, very excited.
Yeah.
This insurance, and all that.
Yeah.
And I'm there just listening. Listening but not hearing what they are saying.
Of course. You're unapiga mistari.
Yeah, I'm doing my calculations. So they talk and talk and talk and talk and talk.
Yeah.
And then in the midst of the talk, I just posed a question. And I said, by the way, you know I'm getting married, because what had happened, when I decided I'm going to get married, I set the date.
Yeah.
And I told Pastor Margaret to book the hall. I decided I'm not going to have a small wedding. I have so many people praying for me. I want them to come and witness. So they had already booked the Kasarani place. Already. And the date was already set. So, and I said, and by the way, you know, and I'd even told the church, I'm going to get married on this date. And so, you know I'm getting married. And she said, yes, I know. We have even made our uniform, the ushers. We already have our uniform for the wedding. I don't know who I'm getting married to up to that time, and they already have their uniform. So I said, and she said, and you know, we are so excited. Everybody is so excited. So have you made yours? Yes. And supposing I'm getting married to you? Yeah. I want to get married to you. He said, what are you talking about? You are my bishop. I said, yes, and I will still continue being your bishop. Then she looks at Paul. Paul, what is he talking about? And Paul says, he is very serious. He is very serious. And she says, let me go home. I want to go home. Let me go home. I told her, okay, you do this. You go home and go and share it with your mother. Because she had already told me, or I had already learned, that her mother was her prayer partner. So you go and, whatever I've told you, you go and tell your mother and see how she's going to react. Yeah. So she gets into her car and drives. So when she drives, that's when we are left with Paul and says, I'm daughter wa wenyewe, tungemsindikisha. We would have escorted her. But we didn't think about that. So she gets home and talks to her mother. That same evening, the following day, she calls and she says, I talked to my mother And she didn't seem surprised the way I was. I told her, because your mother understands.
Yeah.
You are the one who is not understanding.
Eh.
Because she had said she want to pray. I told her, what are you praying for? You have been praying all these years. What are you going to pray? So she said, we agreed with my mother that I will go to Catalonia for 7 days. And she will be praying and I will be praying. So I said, if you want to go to Catalonia, you go. Me, I will not go. Me, I'm not going to fast. Me, I'm going to eat my food.
Done.
I'm done. So after 7 days, she comes here very thin. She's been fasting for 7 days.
Right.
And I asked, okay, so what did God say? And she goes going around. I read about Joseph. I read about this, and I read this, and I see they were not prepared, but God had a plan for them. So I guess God is telling me yes. So I told her, okay, that's a done deal.
Right.
Now the thing is, for the date, you have no choice.
Yeah.
For the venue, you have no choice.
Yeah.
The best couple, you have no choice. Anything else, whatever you want,
flow,
it's yours. So the young girl is in a shock.
Yeah.
And I think she calculated and said there were 58 days from that day to the day of the wedding. She said there were 58 days. 58 days.
Right.
Anyway, we eventually got married.
Right.
And here we are.
And here you are.
Blessing the Lord.
Oh my goodness. And she got close to the children. The children accepted her.
The children accepted her.
And she's also Joyce.
She's also Joyce. So most of my friends were asking, it took you 6 years to get another Joyce. You had to take 6 years in order to get a Joyce.
Right.
So my children went for counseling. My sister took them for counseling and told them, this has happened, you have got to expect this and this and this. Right. And I told her, all you need to do is to be friends with my kids.
Right.
My kids had told me, I had talked with my kids long before. I had told them, supposing I get someone to marry, what would you do? And they said, provided you don't tell us to call her mother, because she cannot be our mother. I said, no problem. So I knew that was, so I told her, now, you are not coming to replace their mother.
Yeah.
You are not their mother.
Right.
So whether they call you mother or they don't expect that. But that's something we cannot
it's their
force.
own choice.
All you need to do is be friends with them. You make friends with them and they make friends with you, and things will be okay. And sure enough, my kids have never ever come to tell me anything negative about her.
Wow.
None.
But she's a sweetheart. She's so nice. Yeah. She's
so
wonderful.
that is me. That's my life.
Right.
And now I am here.
Oh my goodness, Bishop. Okay, so now we go to ministry. So now you became the bishop of the bishops. Of Deliverance.
How I became the Bishop of Deliverance Church is a story that at times has been misunderstood, because all of us have known Bishop Trimising as our father figure. Yeah. He was the pastor, and all of us got into the ministry through him. Then he formed the Deliverance Church Council when we used to meet. We are in this Deliverance Church Council once, and he says, now, I think we need new leadership. We need new leadership. We need to have new leadership. And we think, he's just joking. He's just joking. Yeah. And he said, no, I'm very serious. Let's do elections now. Now we said we can't. Nobody's interested in your position. Yeah. We are satisfied with you. Why do we need another new leadership? No, we need new blood. So we said, in that case, let's take 1 month to pray, so that we go and pray and prepare ourselves. Then we can come back. In us, individually, we are convincing ourselves that that 1 month will be enough for him to say that was a joke. Yeah. So we set up a date. After that 1 month, we meet together. Yeah. Only to discover he's more serious. He is more serious. He's saying, no, no changing of my mind. No, we need new leadership. We need new leadership, and we're doing it now. We are doing it now. Hey. Now, when I got Limuru, one of my bishops now, he wasn't a bishop then, if he's from Nyanza, he tells me, you know, Pastor Mark, we are going to elect you to be the bishop, but don't bring tribalism here. I told him, where? Who told you I'm interested?
Yeah.
I'm not interested in leadership.
In being, yeah.
But later on I realized he's a man who prays. So when we went, the Lord fell on me. And I said, I had convinced myself there is no way.
It can fall on you.
No way.
Yeah.
Would I take over what Trimizing is doing? So when the Lord fell on me, I told him, no, I will not. I will not. I decline. And he said, you can't decline. You can't decline. The vote has been cast. You can't decline. And I'm saying, no, I can't. And that time I'm saying I can't. I'm actually weeping because I'm seeing they are being unfair to me.
So you're weeping.
I'm weeping. And I'm saying, no, I don't want. No, he says, no. You can't. He says, why don't you want? And I now in anger, I told them, I don't want to take because there are some things which we do which I don't believe in. Then Trimizing says, that's why we want you. So those things which are not good, you can take care of them. Now, that statement for me is trying to dare me.
Yeah.
And remember, from the beginning, I am a fighter and a bold.
Yeah.
And bold. So I say, if that is the case, I will take it. If that is the case, I will take it. So that's how I ended up taking over. But I still convinced myself it was a joke. So from there, the following day, I went to the UK. I had a mission to the UK for 2 weeks. So I'm there for 2 weeks, and I call LCC Nakuru, and Pastor Paul and Moses are telling me, no, Mzee is looking for you. He has called here several times. He wants to talk to you. And I knew, yes, he wants to tell me, forget about that. That was a joke. So they picked me from the airport, and I told them, instead of going to Nakuru, let's go through Isli so I can hear what Mzee wants to say. Because me, I want him to tell me it was a joke.
Yeah.
By the time I go to Nakuru, I know it's a joke. Getting to his office, he tells me, you know what? You know, I've been looking for you. I've been looking for you. You know, I went and told the other bishops that I am handing over. And they were very disappointed. They were asking me, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
But I have decided I'm handing over. So what we need to do, we need to go with you around the country. We need to go with you around the country so I can go introducing you. So I'm now disappointed because now my expectations have been cut short.
They have been cut off.
Yeah, because I was expecting him to tell me it was a mistake.
Yeah.
It was a joke.
Right.
Now he's telling me he wants to take me around the country. So I told him, instead of going around the country, why don't we then do this? You come to Nakuru. You tell the people in Nakuru first. Then we will put it on television. Then they can all hear. Because I was already on television. I said, yeah, that's a good idea. This coming Sunday. This coming Sunday, I will come.
Yeah.
So he comes to Nakuru. And he tells the people, you know what? We have been looking for a leader who can see where others are not seeing. And we found that leader in Mark. We were looking for a leader who will take us to where we have not gone before. And that leadership, we found it in Mark. We were looking for a leader who is bold and will do the battles without fear. And we found it in Mark. So when I listened to him, I realized I think
he's very serious.
Very serious.
Yeah.
That's how I became the general overseer. Then he said, now we are going to consecrate you as bishop. For me, I did not believe in the bishopric. Because from the scriptures, a bishop, pastor, a shepherd, an elder is the same name, is the same word or the same.
Right.
Same, yeah.
So you are like.
So pastor.
Yeah. Bishop.
Even these reverends, I didn't believe in those things.
Right.
So now he tells me he wants to consecrate me as bishop. So I'm wondering, how do I handle this? I don't know. If I tell him no, I don't know what the repercussion is going to be.
Right.
And already he has announced. So I said, okay, but I'll put some condition. And my condition was, when you are consecrating me, and you have that team of bishops,
Yeah.
I don't want everybody laying their hands on me.
Eh.
I don't want everybody laying their hands on me. I have my spiritual authority. Alan Vincent, he will come, and you, so that only the two of you can lay your hands on me. Others, all the others, they can stand around. So he said, no problem, no problem. So that's what happened.
Wow.
That's what happened.
So all the deliverance bishops said, this is our general overseer.
All of them. They were not bishops then.
Yes.
We only had one bishop, Bishop Trimising. So they once they agreed on that, they said, well, Bishop Masindi actually said,
Yeah.
we are with you, heart and soul. We are with you, heart and soul. And that gave me a lot of confidence. It gave me a lot of confidence.
Bishop Masinde said that.
Bishop Masinde said that amongst all of them. And Bishop George, was my pastor and my friend.
Yeah.
We will support you. We had what we had called the 7 elders.
Right.
A council of 7 elders.
Yeah.
They all said they were going to support. And they have done that faithfully. They have done that faithfully.
They said, Bishop Masinde took us somewhere for a retreat. And he was saying that when you say this is the word of the year, there is no discussion.
There's no discussion.
He says, sir, yes, sir.
Yeah, because they believe that the hand of the Lord is upon me. And when that hand moves, they are able to see, and I am able to see that the hand of the Lord has now moved from me. So when people talk about having elections, how long is Mark going to be there, how Mark has changed, done this, Mark has done this, we are not bothered about those things because we know where we are going as a team. And we have worked together as a team.
As a team.
This last year we went to Arizona. We had a conference in Arizona.
Yeah.
And we went there as a team.
Wow.
Every beginning of the year,
Yeah.
we go around the country. We
To deliverance churches?
as a team. Yes. We go to all our regions.
Right.
All our regions. We cluster them together. We visit the regions. We cast the vision for the year. And we also let them know what is happening at the headquarters. And we do that. We do that as a team. And when we go there is no competition. There is no who is going to preach, who is not going to preach. They know I'm the vision carrier.
Right.
And they are prepared to do the ushering or to do whatever needs to be done for the atmosphere to be good.
So they make it easy for you.
They make it so easy for me. So, and our members see that. When our members see that, they make it easy for their pastor. Because they see if the top leadership is not fighting.
They have order.
If the top leadership is honoring one another, if the top leadership has got order, who are we? So they want to copy from the top leadership. That is what brings in the unity that you see in Deliverance Church.
Right.
Because we demonstrate it by action.
All the leadership. They toe the line.
All the leadership.
My goodness.
And that toe the line. We have never used that statement.
Eh.
Everybody has found themselves. We are all working together.
There's no competition.
There's no competition. Because from the beginning I told them, you see, these apostolic visits, they are not compulsory. If you are not able to come, don't feel guilty. Don't feel condemned. For me, I have got to go around. But don't feel condemned.
You don't have to.
Yeah. So if somebody does not come, I don't ask them, why didn't you come?
Hey.
Why we missed you? Or I may say we missed you, but asking why didn't you come?
Yeah.
Or expecting an explanation.
Right.
Nobody expects an explanation. For all their apostolic visits, no explanation. And now it has even gotten to our regional overseers that they also want to be involved. And not only the regional overseers, but even in our local churches, every region is normally very expectant on that during that time when we are going around.
When you're going around, so they all come.
They will come, and they will come expecting something. So for me, I have got to be very alert spiritually. I've got to be very alert spiritually because I know the task ahead, and I know the people we are going to meet, and their faith and their confidence is in me. So if I said one wrong word, I could destroy the whole thing. So I've got to be very, very careful and very alert spiritually, so I don't bring in a wrong joke, I don't bring in a wrong word, because it will be taken as the dogma truth. Because they have confidence in their leadership. And that has helped us a lot. Then we also pray together.
Right.
We will spend the first week praying and fasting.
Of the year.
This, the first week we spend there praying and fasting.
Yeah.
I started alone, but now we have come, all of us are there. We get there, and when you don't eat together, all of you are weak at the same time. You see somebody at their weakest points. When you see somebody at the weakest points, you also see them at their strongest points. There is nothing, there is no cover, there is no shield. You say, some of them have told me, when I just sit now, we look at you and we said, if the bishop is
if you can
praying,
do it, yeah,
I can
and
also
pray
do
and
it.
fast.
Yes, I can also do it. Wow. So it becomes a motivation to our pastors.
Yeah.
And it has taken us.
And it's the same thing you're also teaching the younger ones.
Exactly. Exactly. The younger ones now come, let's get into this. And they gladly get into it.
So, Bishop, there's a lot of confusion now on, like spiritual authority, where you find the younger people don't even want to, like be accountable or be under anybody and stuff like that. What would you advise them?
You see, a lot of that is coming from foundations. Because if you have not been fathered, you will not be able to father. So we have a lot of unfathered sons who are just out there, and what they see is a father figure, but they don't see the love of a father, the advice of a father, the grace of a father. They just see a father figure. And if their biological fathers were bad on them, that's what they expect from their spiritual fathers. If their biological fathers were exploiters, they end up being exploited even spiritually, or they end up exploiting others. But once you have been fathered and you understand fatherhood and you understand God, you are able to respect fatherhood. You are able to see that it is your father who will give you the feathers to fly. Because if you don't honor your father, you will be left as a dwarf, as a dwarf there. Then the fathers who are never fathered have a problem because they don't know how to father. And now there is this thing called fatherhood. Instead of someone taking time to study and ask and find out, how does this operate? How does a father behave? How does a son behave? Instead of doing that, you take it from the biological background and you bring it into the church. It becomes a devastation. But once you understand that a father no father will want to see their son fail. Every father wants to see their son succeed.
Come on.
Even when they have taken bangi, even when they have taken drugs, they want to see their kids succeed.
Yeah.
You, as a father, you will sacrifice anything for your son to succeed. But what happens spiritually? A lot of sons have been birthed in congregations and they have been seen as a threat. So what do? To remove this threat, let me open up a congregation for them. So I sent them to Gachie to start a congregation. And I started a congregation for them there. But once the congregation is started, that's the end of it. No more relationship. Because to the father, that's a problem dealt with.
So he sent them there not because they were qualified, it is to get the threat away.
To get the threat away. Get rid of.
So that his position is not threatened.
Exactly. And that's a major problem we have in the church today. And when I realized that that's what was going on, I came up with this policy or this idea that we are not going to plant churches now. We are going to plant sons. You raise a son. When you raise a son, you plant a son. You start a church and plant your son there. And since you are a father, you want to see that son
Succeed.
grow
Yeah.
and mature.
Yeah.
So you will not be the head there, because that is your son's house.
Right.
It's like when my son got married, I cannot go to their house and determine to your kitty, remove that seat there, put it here,
Cook this.
do this,
Yeah.
cook ugali today, cook chapat tomorrow. No. If I visit, whatever is said before me, I will eat with gladness.
Right.
If the kids are throwing cups, for me as a grandfather, I will love them. Even if they throw cups at me, it is you as a father to discipline your kids.
Right.
You see, I started we started by planting a church. I planted so many churches. The first one was in Nyahururu. One of the very first ones was in Nyahururu. I sent one of my sons there, Karanja.
Right.
And he did a very good job. Within a short time, we had a conference there, and he tells me there are people who have gotten born again, and we want to baptize them. We will have a baptismal service. And I say, okay, that's okay, I will come for the conference. So we go for the conference and the baptism day. And Karanja is expecting me to baptize because he has never baptized before.
Yeah.
In Nakuru, I was baptizing.
Right.
So now he's in Nyahururu, he's expecting me to go and baptize. For me, I'm saying, this is your house.
Yeah.
I don't want to have a relationship with your kids.
You do
My
it.
relationship is with you. So you are the one going to baptize. Oh, okay. So we go to the river.
Yeah.
And Karanja is in open shoes. And the river, the water is getting to the knee.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult. The first person to be baptized was a lady. So she has got to kneel down in the river,
right.
so that she is taken down and then up. And since Karanja has never baptized, he puts one hand here, another hand here. So he is taking her down, and it is only the neck which is going. So when he realizes it's not going, he has got to use force. And she feels this one wants to drown me, so she wants some support. So she ends up grabbing him. So the baptizer and the baptizer, all of them,
Enter the water.
all of them ended up in the
And
water.
you're watching them.
I'm watching them.
Yeah.
And we are all laughing.
Yeah.
But in me, I'm saying, I think here I did not succeed.
Yes.
Because I didn't.
Show him like.
I told him, when you baptize somebody,
Yeah.
you put your hand here.
Yeah.
You tell the lady to put their hand here.
Yeah.
You put your hand on their hand and the other one at the back. So when you take somebody down,
Yeah.
you're taking them pole, and they are confident there is a support from the back.
Yeah.
I didn't tell them that. That's where many fathers fail.
Okay.
So as a father, I had failed. But I learned from there that now the next one I send out, I've got to teach them this is how we baptize. So we send our children out, or we send people out without any training, without telling them this is what you do. Just because you have seen this one is becoming popular
Yeah.
with the youth, or this one is becoming popular with a certain class of people, we want them out of reach. So that they don't steal they don't poison the congregation. So you find there are so many small congregations which are struggling, but it's because of lack of fatherhood. But when you send as a father,
Yeah.
you want to find out, how are you? What problems are you getting? How are you dealing with this? This is how you deal with this. You are not a killer. You are a life giver.
Right.
People don't expect everybody to be right.
You give them proper structures.
Yes.
So that they are able to stand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And don't think everybody in the church is born again. Don't think everybody is like you.
Yeah.
There are some who are born again, but they are immoral.
Yeah.
There are others who are born again, but they are thieves. And they are there in the church.
Yeah.
And God is expecting you to give them the word that will change their lives. For us, we are quick. Well, this one, we throw that one to the devil.
Yeah.
So that he may be destroyed. We are very quick at throwing away. But all these years, for 3 years, Jesus did not throw Judas away, knowing very well that he was a thief. But he didn't throw him away. That's why he said, let the wheat and the tares grow together. Let the wheat and the tares grow together. Now, you see, when you have the heart of a father...
Lest you destroy the wheat,
Exactly.
thinking it's the tares.
Exactly. Because the heart of the father is a caring heart.
Yeah.
A father does not look just at the mistakes. And when your father looks at the mistakes, he's looking at, how do I correct this? How do I help this individual? Whereas somebody will come and tell you, so-and-so has done this. That one we are dealing with immediately. But as a father will say, okay, let's ask ourselves, Why do you think
They did that.
they did that?
Yeah. How can we help them?
Yes.
Yeah.
What could they have been going through? What could have prompted them to get to that point?
To come up with such.
Yes, and how can we get out of them? As a father, you put yourself in the shoes of the person. Look at the father to the prodigal son.
Yeah.
He would have said, I don't want to see you.
Yeah.
I don't want to, I
Like,
give you everything.
bye-bye.
You go.
Yeah.
I have nothing to do with you. But the father goes and hugs the boy when the boy is smelling like a pig. Has lived with the pigs, but he hugs him. By the time he's saying take him to the shower, he was also smelling like a pig. So the son went to the shower, and the father also went to the shower because
he was okay to be dirtified by the son.
Exactly. While the father, this son had taken himself to, could never hug him. Could never hug him because he's thinking.
Yeah.
That's why he took him to feed with to stay with the pigs.
Yes.
So when you put yourself under a father who is not a father, you end up with the pigs, and you end up living with the pigs. You are doing well, but you are living the life
with the pigs out there.
With the pigs, until you come to yourself and realize, I need the father. And the challenge that we have is, because of disappointments, we have so many sons who are fatherless. And they think they are comfortable.
Right.
Not knowing you will be comfortable.
They even beat on fatherhood.
Yeah.
They beat on it, like, because maybe they were disappointed. Like you're saying, maybe somebody didn't care or whatever. So they now come against it. And
exactly.
And
you see, the prodigal son did not stay with the pigs immediately he left his father's house. There was a process.
It took a while.
It took a while. He was enjoying everything. So you could find there are sons who are enjoying, but they don't know where they're headed.
Wow.
That they're headed to the piggy fellowship. That's where they're headed. But things look very. I have a good car.
Right.
I have a nice congregation.
Right.
I have bought land. I am doing very well.
But they are heading to the pigs.
They are heading to the pigs and have piggy fellowship.
Hi.
So it is something which is very, very important, and it is something which is it's a mystery. And once it is unveiled, and somebody understands, you honor fatherhood.
You will honor fatherhood forever.
You will honor
because that's our God.
Yeah.
That's our God.
Exactly.
The father of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, generational God.
Exactly.
And when you look at scripture, you find that, Paul was with Timothy.
Yeah.
Elijah was with Elisha. You find that fatherhood was there from the very beginning.
Because God is the source of fatherhood.
Right.
That's why Jesus tells us, when you pray, say, our Father, who art in heaven. He would have said, when you pray, you say our God or our Yahweh. But he said, say our Father. In other words, God is relational. And even the church, we're supposed to be relational. And this is a relationship that has brought us to where we are today.
Where we are today.
In Deliverance Church, yes.
Oh, I met you recently. I met you somewhere where we will not mention.
Okay, wherever.
Then you were with your son, who you've been with for over 40 years.
Yeah.
And you introduced me and said, this is my son, and we've been together for 40-something years.
Yeah.
And I was so touched. I thought that was so deep and so powerful.
You've
been with your children for many years.
I have a forest of them. I have many of my sons. If you listen to them preach, you will think, is that Mark? That sounds like Mark. Because when they came in, they came in from wherever. They were not born again. They got born again. They have listened to me. So what they know is what I have taught. Them.
Right.
They'll tell you, me, I don't know any other pastor.
Yeah.
This is the pastor that I know. I had 2 of my sons travel to the U.S. at different times, and they visited a church, I think somewhere in Carolina. I don't know what they told the people there about their father. So that church wants me to go there.
Yeah.
They really wants me to go there.
Wow.
So once when I was in the U.S., they made the arrangements. They said he will come and preach on this date. And I just had an evening service because I was coming from one state going. I took a flight, and the flight was delayed. So I knew. I called and I said, the flight has been delayed. I will not get there until maybe 7. And then the meeting was to start, I think, at about 5, between 5 and 7, they should be done. So I knew there's going to be no service. So I landed there about 8:30.
Yeah.
And there are these guys who have come to pick me up. They're quickly getting my luggage. Let's go. And I'm wondering,
Where are we going?
where are we going? I thought you were taking me to the hotel.
Right.
No, we're going through the church. I said, we don't have a service. No, the people are there. And so I had to go to my suitcase to remove my Bible.
Right.
Because now I realize I'm being taken. I go there, and the church is full. You know, these wazungus, and their kids are sleeping on them, and others are dozing. I looked at them, I felt so guilty. I said, oh God, what do I do here? So they tell me, we have been waiting for you.
Wow.
All this long,
They were
they've been sitting there waiting for me. And I'm left wondering, what did
Your
sons
son tell them?
So I stand up and I say, I'm so sorry, I'm so late. I don't want to take your time. I will just speak up just a short time. I'll just bring greetings. No. You go ahead.
We're good.
Ahead. In my mind, in my whole system, I had closed. There's no service.
Right.
Now they're telling me to go ahead.
Yeah.
And I realized it's just because of what they had been told.
By your son.
And their expectations were high. So I just prayed.
Right.
Told them, well, let it be according to your faith.
Right.
That which you have been asking of God.
May it be so.
May it be so. Because the scriptures say that the desire of the righteous shall be granted.
Right.
May your desires be granted.
Amen.
So you see, my sons know me, and they had talked about them. That's why these people had to wait, or are able to wait that long. So having a relationship with sons is very crucial, and having a relationship with fathers is very crucial.
What's the place of a father being concerned about their son when the son is probably going through something, or the daughter, for instance? I'm saying, their children.
You see, as a father, it is yours to let them know whatever they are going through is not unique to them. It is not the first, neither is it the last. And God does not have big sins and small sins. Sin is sin. And the forgiveness of sin is by the blood of Jesus, regardless of how big it is or how small it is. Once you bring that confidence in them, because you as a father, you're not happy if your son is going through a challenge.
Yeah.
You would like to get them out of that challenge. But you don't want to get them out of the challenge before they experience the consequences.
Right.
So that they don't get back. Because again, at times you may pull them up very quickly.
And they're going through the process.
They are going through a process, and you kill the process.
Right.
So it's for you to let them know the process you are going through, it has no shortcut. So you go through it.
Right.
But you will not die there.
Yeah.
You will not die there.
So it's you encourage them.
You encourage them.
You show them you're there for them.
Yes.
Okay. What is the place of legacy? What kind of legacy, Bishop, do you want to leave?
I think legacy is not built in a day. A lot of people think of legacy when they see their years that are going, and they start now saying, now I need to build my legacy. But legacy is a lifetime process. What you do builds your legacy.
Over time.
Over time. So what you need to do is to serve God with the sincerity of heart and do what you are called to do. When you are doing what you are called to do, you are building your legacy. Many times we think legacy is a building like this, or is something physical that you can see.
Yeah.
And we can say, this is my legacy. I want to put up a school here as part of my legacy. But it's not a one season thing. It's a lifetime. It's a process that you go through until the last day then now when you look back they look back at your history, they can see your legacy. That helps us, or one, not to concentrate on what do I leave behind. Because in the concentrating on what do I leave behind, you are
Right.
concentrating on I am going away.
Uh-huh.
And once you concentrate on I am going away, you are not able to think well, because you everything is in a hurry now. You find yourself you are doing in a hurry.
And you're even going through pressure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You put yourself under a lot of pressure. But once you know my life is a legacy itself, you build it day after day, day after day. You find you have a long story to live.
Wow, Bishop. I could keep you here like the entire day.
Please don't.
Because your stories are amazing. But Bishop, just one last thing. The young people,
Yeah.
the Gen Zs and the Alphas and the younger generation that probably don't even know what it is that we are talking about right now. Because we used to quick things and, stuff like that. In your heart as an elderly person now, where are they?
One thing we need to know is that God works with young people and is very much interested in young people. When we look at David the king, we see the king, but we don't see the boy. But God was interested in him when he was a boy. He was anointed at about 17 or earlier. By the time he's killing Goliath, he's already anointed as a young boy. You think of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and Daniel. They were kids when they were taken into Babylon.
Right.
Think John the Baptist was also just a young man. Jesus himself was just a young man, 30 years old.
Yeah.
All the people that God, think of Abraham.
Yeah.
A young man.
Yeah.
He was called as a young man.
Yeah.
We think that Abraham was, because of the pictures that we see, we think
Father
he was
Abraham
called,
with white beard.
He was called when he had lots of beards.
Yeah.
But he was a young man. All the people that God has worked with were young people. I think of myself. I got born again at 22. I think of Jimmy Kimani. Jimmy Kimani got born again at 15. Bishop George got born again at 19.
Yeah.
Bishop JB, I think, got born again at 17.
Yeah.
Now, when you see Bishop JB or Bishop George, you see elderly people.
Right.
But you don't know where we came from.
You started as kids.
I got born again as a student. So as a student, I was faithful to God. I served God. I was sold out.
Wow.
So it is to let the young people know that the hand of God is in them, on them.
Right
God
now.
believes in them. Let them not wait to get to my age to think that now God trusts them because they are age. They are of a certain age.
Right.
And to think that God cannot sustain them as young people. So just to let them know, no, we were there. And one of the things that happens to young people is they grow old.
Yeah.
They will always grow old.
Always. It's true.
For me, I tell our pastors, you have got to believe in the young people. You have got to trust them. You have got to build their confidence.
Yeah.
Give them opportunities to make mistakes.
Yes.
And when they make a mistake, don't kill them for a mistake.
Yeah.
How many mistakes have you made?
Many.
We
along
have made
the way.
so many mistakes.
Yeah.
So many mistakes.
Yeah.
But God did not kill us.
Amen.
So let's have confidence in them.
In the young
let's give them opportunities. Give them opportunities.
Amen.
And that which is in them will grow. Because you are not the caller. God is the caller.
Right.
And
He'll preserve them.
Yes. God is the one who calls this young man or this young individual because he knows what he has put in that individual.
Wow. Bishop, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. You've been amazing. And I believe lives are transformed all over the world. Thank you for coming. This is Woman Without Limits. You have heard from Bishop Mark Kariuki. What an amazing general of our time. I mean, my goodness, your life can never be the same again.
Were it not for Pastor Munene, I would be married 100 times in Kitupwa. I know it's better to speak the truth, and the truth will set you free. Me, I was marriageable. Yeah. Juu nikikasirika naenda juu ya stool. Niko juu ya meza, hatikupanda. Na kuwekelea jata. You know, I kept on putting jata on Munene. Dharia, toa uone. What are you doing? Yeah, manike do.
Of course.
Yeah, because there was a lot of physical violence within our family. So I never saw people sitting down and solving issues. So I knew when there is a challenge, it's fight. First of all, fight.
Yeah.
Woman.